4 former presidents and their wives executed. I posted on Twitter that George H.W. Bush and George W. Bush were the ones who orchestrated the 9/11 attacks. I couldn't give any details as there just isn't enough room and I would get suspended over it. So here are some of the details. George Sr. had his hand in the CIA and had them plant the demolition explosives. It is also apparent that the video of the jets hitting the tower was done in CGI. No jets hit the tower. Explosives were also planted in Building 7 and was a controlled demolition. A CIA agent on his deathbed made a deathbed confession that he helped plant explosives in the tower. A jet did not crash into the Pentagon. A security camera caught a missile hitting it. George Sr. was arrested and interrogated. He made a deal that he get a first-class funeral, which he got in exchange for a complete video confession, a written confession and implicating his son and many more. He admitted to devil worship and soul scalping, look it up. He also admitted to orchestrating the assassination of JFK and exactly how and why he did it. Lee Harvey Oswald was a CIA patsy. Jack Ruby was diagnosed with cancer and had only a couple of months to live. He was designated to be Oswald's killer to make sure he didn't talk. He admitted that his wife, Barbara Bush, was a very high witch in the satanic cult that sacrificed children. They were heavily involved in witchcraft and satanic worship. He didn't want to live anymore and wanted a lethal injection, which he got. During his funeral, Bush Jr. got a note and passed it to Laura. She showed it to Jeb and he just about had a heart attack. Sr. was still alive and not in the casket. Everyone speculated that it was an indictment that was in the envelopes. But I knew it wasn't because the envelope was too small for that. Later it leaked out that it was a note from Sr. saying, "They know everything. I'm sorry." George Bush Jr. left early because he was arrested. He walked out with the men who quietly arrested him with no handcuffs so they would not attract attention. He too made a full video and written confession also implicating many others who were involved. He also made a plea deal. He was released for a time in order to help Trump. A clone was made for him. He was returned to Gitmo and was executed. That clone is really messing up badly. Almost as badly as clone Biden. At present there have been 4 former presidents executed and 3 vice presidents. Executed are 41st President George H.W. Bush. 42nd President Bill Clinton, along with his wife Hillary. 43rd President George W. Bush along with his wife Laura. And least of all, 44th President Barack Obama along with his gay lover Michael. Our first gay Muslim president who was married to a gay tranny Michael LaVaughn Robinson. All 4 were executed with their wives with the exception of George H.W. Bush because Barbara Bush died in April 2018. I was wondering if she had been arrested and started the whole ball rolling, then executed, but I could not confirm that. The 3 vice presidents who have been executed are Joe Biden, Mike Pence, and Dick Cheney. Incidentally, Hunter Biden was also arrested and executed. What? You say? You say you just saw them on TV? Well, what you saw was either their clone or a video done with CGI, because none of them are alive. We can do just about anything with CGI. Michelle read books to children on PBS. It was all done with CGI. They all have made video confessions. It was done in analog video, which is virtually impossible to change or manipulate. There have been many, many arrests. My confidential source is silent this week. Probably because of the 4th of July event, so there will be no update this week. From Real Chief at Real Chief Police on Twitter. Everyone is asking when we're going to get to see the video confessions of the arrested and executed, especially George H.W. Bush and George W. Bush. The video confessions will start to be released in January 2021.